Good morning, Britain. Live from Westminster, where MPs get sworn in this week and the new cabinet has already got down to work. Good morning, Britain. Welcome to Westminster. Does it bring back all sorts of memories, Ed?
It does.
MP's going to be sworn in tomorrow, I think.
Well, the first memory it brings back for me is 2 years ago, standing here with you on this green, the day Boris Johnson resigned as Prime Minister. 2 years ago, it feels like quite a long time ago. A lot of change in the last 2 years, but a lot of change in the last few days. And as you say, for these members of Parliament, newly elected members of Parliament, their lives have suddenly been turned upside down. Quite a few of them weren't even expecting to be elected at all. They had jobs, they had kind of places to go, families, homes, and suddenly they're going to have a new place to live during the week. I remember I was first elected in 2005, so 19 years ago. And at my count on election night, I was given a letter by the returning officer. And he said, arrive on Tuesday and bring a copy of your election manifesto. And I did, but I thought, why am I doing that? And I arrived just over there at the gates, police officers there, and I walked up and I said, I'm Ed Balls, the new MP for Normanton. And the police officer said, did you bring your election manifesto?
No.
And I handed it over.
Was that
to
your
him,
ID?
And he looked at it and he went, yes, it's you. That was my ID, because of course there was no pass. So he checked my manifesto. I looked like the guy on the front of this thing which had gone to tens of thousands of people. I was in, and then got my coat peg.
Well, this week, Sir Keir Starmer and Labour will hit the ground running. They've already done that, of course, over the weekend following their election victory.
And will be running the rule over their first days in power with Andrew Pearce and Kevin Maguire, of course, but also with Labour veteran Harriet Harman, former Tory Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng. We'll be discussing the challenges facing the new government and the Conservatives now that they're in opposition for the first time in 14 years. Also, the challenge of being a new MP arriving at Westminster.
Absolutely. And after years of holding Conservative ministers to account, Labour's newly appointed Chief Secretary to the Treasury, Darren Jones, MP, becomes the first Labour minister to join us. Well, our main news this morning, of course, the beginning of this Labour government's first full week in power. Today, promising to, in their words, fix the foundations of Britain's economy, protect thousands of steel workers' jobs and rescue NHS dentistry. The Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, and the Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, will be setting out how they plan to do it, while the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, is continuing his whistle-stop tour of the UK.
And on top of all that, the Home Secretary has launched a campaign to recruit an exceptional leader to run a new UK Border Security Command with a mission to stop the small boats.
So our political correspondent, Louisa James,